Is there still a possibility that I can get pulled up from a waitlist after Super Day? Like I was a waitlist like since May at the bulge bracket firm, and the one of the managing director I have never strong with told like I've continuously I'm contacting with nowadays until now, but he told me I may have to wait until this September because like they have like the last round, I believe. But yeah, I was just curious. I thought that bank was like done with the recruiting, but
I mean, it's certainly possible. We've had students in Wall Street Mastermind that had gotten put on the wait list and then eventually got taken off of it and been given an offer. And so it does happen, right? But like, there's just a lot of variables, and nobody knows if that's actually going to happen or not, right? So what I mean is, it depends on, first of all, how far down on the wait list are you, right?
Mhm.
Like, if you're very high up on a wait list, is a totally different thing than if you're like halfway down, right? And then obviously the other thing that's kind of outside of your control is like how other people perform. You basically have to hope that most other people don't perform well, right?
Okay, okay,
Like,
like like
yeah. So,
okay.
and
Like
the
should I?
last thing I would say is like market conditions, right? I feel like a lot of banks are starting to kind of tighten their headcount or their how many people they want to hire, and so
Mhm.
that might influence things too, right?
Yeah, because like, I was just like curious. Like, it has been like more than like 3 months, 2 to 3 months up to now have been relisted, and like in what cases and like in under what scenarios I can get like put off. Like if the offer is like got renegated or like that.
Yeah, sometimes people renege on offers. Also, sometimes it's like, you did okay or you did fine, and so it wasn't a no, but they just want to see more people before they decide whether they want to let you in or not, and so then they just kind of put you in the maybe pile, and you're in like this holding pattern. But I would say, yeah, like the only thing you can really do is like, one, I think it's definitely helpful if you have someone on the inside who's like going to bat for you. So for example, like one of my clients got pulled off a wait list, like he was on the wait list for Morgan Stanley's tech group, right? But there was a managing director there that really liked him and was kind of like keeping him up to date on like, what's going on behind the scenes, and was, basically like he was checking in with him, periodically to see if there are any updates. And, I don't know what the MD did for him behind the scenes, but like having someone like that who really wants you on the team
Mhm.
certainly helps, right? And then other than that, I would say it's the only other thing is like if you can get a competing offer and try to leverage it, right? Although like sometimes you get a competing offer, it doesn't always necessarily work, right? Like if sometimes you tell them, hey, I have this other offer, but it's exploding, they might just say, oh well, we can't make a decision that soon, so you just have to like, like if you want to take the offer, just like go ahead. Really, like sometimes they even say, I recommend you just taking the offer. I had a client that got an offer from Citi, I want to say,
Mhm.
and was trying to leverage it with like B of A or something. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't remember. But the B of A was like had it on the wait list and wasn't ready to make a decision. And they told us like, oh, sorry, like, and so she's never taking Citi. And then like after she took Citi, like a couple of weeks later, B of A came back, it's like, hey, actually, like, you're off the wait list or whatever. And then she's like, okay,
Yeah,
well,
because like I would have waitlist from both us, so it's like same case scenario over here, but no offer until now. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, like when I don't get, I mean, if I get rejected, do the HR actually like tell me that I got rejected at the end of some point, or like do they just like keep me until like forever? I'm just curious.
I think every firm's different, but at some point they'll probably tell you, but they just don't, they have no incentive to tell you prematurely, right?
Mhm.
People renege every year. So like even if they think they have their class now, like they might lose someone, a month from now, 2 months from now, or whatever. Honestly, if you have a good relationship with this MD, I would just like try to, stay in touch with him and check in with him periodically. And I would also ask him the same question, just like, if he has any advice on whether there's anything you can do to like better your chances. I don't know that he
Got,
will, but still doesn't hurt to ask, right?
got, okay, yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hey, if you like this video, click the like button and hit subscribe to get more content like this.